All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We are so glad that you're here. We know you could be doing anything and everything on a Thursday evening. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time. We promise this will be short and sweet and to the point, and you will leave knowing if this coffee business is something that you want to pursue and join our team. So we're going to get started, and I want to quickly talk about what exactly is Valentus. Most people have never heard of our company, which I love because I was in another company at one point, and I'll get into that a little later, but everybody knew about it. And so when I approached people, it was a very big name, and they already had a rep, they already had tried it, and they weren't interested. Here at Valentus, I've yet to get that, and I've been in the business for 7 months. So yes, there are other weight loss coffees and weight loss cocos out there. However, nobody's tried mine, which I love. So Valentus is Latin for prevail, and it is a 5-year-old. In July, next month, we're 5 years old. We are a debt-free company. We roughly have 45,000 reps worldwide, and that's not very many. So this is a great time to join our network and our company because we are going to grow quickly. Since I joined, we've grown about 8,000 reps in 7 months, but the last 3 have really been the big months that we've grown, so this is definitely the time to claim your spot. We have 19 amazing products. One of them that you've probably tried, and that's why you're here, Optimum Coffee. We call it Magic Coffee, or Magic Cocoa, Unicorn Cocoa, which is also Optimum Cocoa. Our CEO, his name is Dave Jordan. He is, and he was, a top earner in 3 different network marketing companies before he decided to personally launch Valentus himself. He started in the sports card business industry on eBay, and he grew that to millions of dollars. He's a smart man, but he left his last network marketing company because he said that the company wasn't for the rep. So he decided he was going to start his own company, and then Valentus was born. So we like to say that there's 6 key elements to a successful network marketing company. And one of them, the first one, is company management and leadership. And we sort of went over that with Dave, and his wife's name is Joyce. And the way that they launched this company, the way that they truly care about us as reps. And he's very in tune with what's working, what's out there, and what he wants to personally launch under the Valentus name. Products or services that are consumable. So if you have a product that you can buy one time and you never have to buy again, that's not going to be something that's going to keep your customer purchasing, and it's going to force the rep to constantly search for new customers. So here at Valentus, all of our products are consumable. We have, again, 19 of them, and they all do different things for the body. And there's several different that you can use at one time, and they all work together to optimize our weight loss, energy, and overall health and wellness. Compensation. Really, any network marketing company that you talk about or you look into, the person who's wanting to enroll you into a business with them, they're likely going to tell you that their comp plan is the best. And while I can't honestly say that Valentus comp plan is the best, I can tell you that I did a lot of research before I left a 4-year-old business that I had built, and I knew what I was looking for, and this comp plan is dead on. This comp plan pays the reps more often, and it really keeps the new reps working because they are seeing paychecks at the beginning of their business. Timing is the next one. Timing is everything in this type of business model. And right now, we are at the very beginning of what is the upswing of the network marketing industry of this specific company. So there's a time where you have to get in one of these business models before it hits a certain number. And we are at that time. we will hit that in the year 2019. There is no doubt. However, right now is the sweet spot. So again, if you're looking for a network marketing company that has a consumable product that everybody uses, you will not have to talk people into purchasing coffee. They do it anyways. You will not have to talk people into trying it because they love coffee. It brings joy. Just the name coffee for most people, it's easy to talk about and share, and it's fun. The other thing is training and support. So your team here, the Grind Tribe and Get Your Fit Together, our teams provide training when you buy your business kit. You're a business builder, you're getting our training. You're also going to get so much support from the team. We have over 100 reps. I believe we're at 106. And all of us work together and we build each other up. We empower each other. We love on each other's posts. We support each other. And that is the team that you would be joining if you decided to come and join our coffee business. And the last element, which we think, of course, is the most important, is heart. We have a lot of heart behind what we do. Our products change lives, not just in the weight loss field, but blood pressure. I mean, we're going to go into some testimonials later, but it is a heart-driven business. And this is definitely something that a company that drives forward with their heart. So we want to introduce you now to one of our reps. Her name's Amelia. And Amelia, you can unmute yourself. She has been with us for several months now, and I would love for her to share all about her specific love of this business. So go ahead, Amelia.
Thank you. Well, my name is Amelia Brady, and as you can see with this huge picture of me, I've actually been with network marketing for about 6 years. And
she left tonight.
Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
go ahead.
All right. Perfect. Sorry. So I've been with network marketing for 6 years, and I want to tell you just real quick how I even got into this industry, because I feel like it's a huge part of my story. So about 10 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with a brain aneurysm. And at that time, we had to fly out to Arizona for her to have surgery. And I had an opportunity to, as she was recovering in the hotel room, I had an opportunity to just go outside and really explore the city. And I just remember climbing Camelback Mountain, which is one of the biggest mountains. It took me like 4 hours to get to the top. I was super just out of shape, not very healthy at the time, miserable with my 9 to 5, was really searching for something that could not only help our family like physically, emotionally, but also financially. And it was heart-wrenching to see my mom go through what she had gone through. Financially, we had just gone through bankruptcy, my mom, so I grew up seeing this. Of course, you know, with her heart, she had heart disease as well. She was overweight, and I just knew something had to change. So I remember praying and just begging for God, you know, for God to give us a solution. And a few years later, I became a certified holistic health coach and was trading my hours for dollars. I was seeing clients, loved what I did. I loved encouraging women and just showing them that they are good enough, you know, that, and just really how to take care of themselves. So that's always been a passion of mine. But I also I knew in the back of my mind that I wanted to be able to stay at home with my kids when I had kids. At the time I didn't. So fast forward about a year, and I get introduced to my previous company. I had an opportunity to, I had a choice, really. It was either to do something with my business and, you know, stop treating it as a hobby, or continue doing what I was doing. And so that right there, I think, was a huge shift for me, was just that mindset shift of the industry itself. It's huge. Like, I think I heard a statistic that women that are making 6 figures, the women that are making 6 figures, typically, I think 80% of them are actually network marketing. So that's, you know, a big light bulb went off for me, that I could stay at home with my kids. I wouldn't have to miss a single milestone. But the thing is I kind of hit a ceiling. I was constantly inviting the same people over and over again to events after events. And what I love about this company, it kind of fell into my lap in December. So I've only been in the business in Valentus for about 6 months. I met Amanda about 7 years ago. We'll hear from Amanda in a little bit. And I've always kind of kept my eye on her. She had this before and after picture, and I wanted to lose those last 10 pounds. I'm like, it's coffee? Sure, I'll try it. So it was a few days before Christmas. I lost a few pounds in 5 days. I was totally sold, and I'm like, tell me about the business. What I love is that there's no, like Stacy said, most people haven't heard of this. Most people are already drinking coffee, so you're not asking them to do something they're not already doing. And 7 out of 10 people are actually, after they try it, are actually buying it. So there's a great turnover. I have seen more money come in the last 6 months than I had in 6 years being with my previous company. So I just love, we are 2 weeks away from getting out of debt completely. I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for this business coming into my life when it did, I do not think that we would be able to say that. And we just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. So it's been huge for us, and I cannot wait to see what's going to become of our future with it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amelia. Appreciate your story. I love it. We're going to touch on some testimonials, and Melissa, would you unmute yourself, and we're all just going to chat about these, because these are some of the basic ones, but here with these products, we really do change lives, and the comp plan changes the rep's life as well as the health of the rep, but these products legit really change people's blood work. They change people's everyday life made easier, all because they're drinking a cup of coffee. And so we feel like, how can we not share this? This is amazing. Personally, I've lost 15 pounds with the coffee. I started in October. And so when I tell people that October, November, December, and January, that is like drinking, eating. That's all we do for those like 4 months, right? Until January 1st. And we're like, okay, enough is enough. But I lost 15 pounds during that holiday season in 2018. And I've kept it off. I do have some toning I want to do, and I'm doing it. But that's a huge testimonial for this product. And I share that with people, and they love that. So, Amelia, what is your favorite testimonial from either a customer or maybe something on the slide?
Yeah, so I have one customer, and this just shows like the power of social media. She's actually now a rep, but she was really hesitant about trying it, and she has lost 21 pounds, and she has like 7 more to go. And I have to talk a little bit about the financial piece of it too, because she's unemployed, and she is now, I think, thinking that she can do this part-time and she might not have to go back to work, which is huge. So love that. And then my father-in-law actually has high blood pressure. So typically with coffee, they say not to drink it, but with this coffee, it actually can help with blood pressure. So I love that he can drink it. He's losing weight with it. And his blood pressure is actually decreasing. His numbers are going down.
That is awesome.
That I love.
Melissa.
Yes.
Go ahead. Your turn.
So those of you who don't know, I'm a nurse, and I think my favorite one is I have an old boss from years ago that actually started using coffee, and she has multiple sclerosis. And she was actually able to stop a medication that she was taking for energy and endurance because she started drinking the coffee. So that's huge, the fact that like she's been able to stop medicine and feel better and she has a young daughter, and kind of get through life and work and all of that kind of stuff is huge. I have several people with, thyroid conditions that have said they haven't felt this good in a long time. And not just from the weight loss side of it. Yes, losing weight makes you feel good, but also just the energy and the focus and just feeling better is so nice.
For sure. All right, Amanda, you have one of your reps here on this slide.
Yes, one of my reps who is kind of almost become one of our poster children in our team.
Yeah.
She is, I don't think she's on the call right now, but she is super crazy busy. She is a middle school teacher. Bless the middle school teachers.
Yeah.
She is, she's a special needs mom. Her son has autism and he just graduated kindergarten, and she's a grad student and she's a single mom. So she is like all the things. And she does not have time to exercise. She does not have time to worry too much about what she's eating. She's staying busy. And this, let's see, this testimonial is that's probably close to current, if not a few pounds ago, but down 5 pant sizes and 50 pounds. She looks incredible. At least once a week, she sends me before and after. She's like, I'm in shock. I'm still in shock. I still can't believe this. And then we all share her pictures because it's such a huge testimony to her. She's amazing. So that's her transformation has probably been my favorite along this journey so far.
Yeah, she's I mean, there's really no words.
Right.
All right, Melissa. So I always say this, Melissa and I met at our first network marketing company. She's literally one of my favorite people in real life. I cannot imagine not having done our first business and never have met this woman. She lives 45 minutes from me, and I would have never met her if it wasn't for this business model. So I love her very much, and she is going to tell you her story about how she got started, and we'll go from there. Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay, so like Stacy said, we met in our previous direct sales company, and I had been doing it only for a year, but I had reached a point where I had gained too much weight and I needed to make a change. So I had reached out to Stacy and we immediately clicked, and I was able to lose 20 pounds doing that. But it is really hard to eat right all the time when you like sweets, among other things, and work out 6 days a week for an hour. I mean, no offense, but I work full time. I have 2 kids that are 7 and 10, that there's an after school activity every single day. And I hate to say it, it's impossible. Yes, do I think we need to do it? Absolutely. I'm a nurse. We need to work out. We need to eat right, things like that. But it's impossible to kind of keep that up. So I had lost this weight and I was like, I want to keep it off. And I am the person who never drank coffee ever in my life. And Stacey's like, will you try this coffee? And I said, no, I don't drink coffee. And so she said, well, then will your husband try it? And so I asked him and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. Well, then nosy me needed to know what the hype was about. So I tried the coffee, loved it, immediately felt better, loved the focus, loved the energy. And then I hid the rest of the samples from him without him knowing. So anyways, at that point in time, that's when I jumped in. And I had a little bit of network marketing experience. Like I said, I'd only been doing it for a year. I'd never been on Instagram before, nothing like that. But it is truly a life changer. I think what's different about this is that the coffee sells itself. You get the trial packs and you get those in people's hands, and it really truly sells itself. Typically what I've noticed is by day 3, they're ordering a tub. We'll talk about that, but you'll get 350 samples with your business kit. I've gone through over 800 samples, and I have another on their way. So it's not like you have a hard time getting rid of them. And it's just been a true life changer. I know when I took the step, it was like not a good time. My poor dog got diagnosed with meningitis and was at NC State Hospital, and I wasn't sure how I was going to pay that bill. And if I didn't jump in when I did, I wouldn't have been able to. So when that bill came, I was able to pay the whole dang thing, just from my coffee business. So it is a side hustle for me currently. I am a nurse. I love being a nurse. And I also really love this. I'm someone who likes changing lives, obviously. And this is just a whole nother aspect of it. And it's been a lot of fun. We have an amazing team with great people, amazing support, encouragement. I wouldn't know Stacy, Amanda, Amelia if I wasn't here. So it's been great.
I love that. All right, let's see. I think I'm next. Sometimes I forget. Yes, and there's my big face. So really quick, super fast. I'm married. I have a husband of 18 years. We just celebrated 18 years last month. And mom of 3 kids, 2 teenage daughters, so I know you can feel bad for me, and a son. I started network marketing in 2014. And I'd like to mention that I did that after moving 800 miles from home. I hear often from people that are hesitant to join the business that I don't know enough people. I don't know anyone. How am I going to possibly sell something? Well, I knew no one either, and it just works because we use social media as our storefront. We're not going door to door, and we don't have to know a bunch of people to be successful. We will teach you, with the support you're going to get from this team, how to use social media effectively and not be salesy and not be icky, and you will be able to do this business from anywhere and knowing very few people. I did leave my first network marketing business in October for this one after I had built it for 4.5 years. It was something that was scary. It was something that took a lot of thoughts and time and energy to trust myself enough to make the leap. But had I not, we would be in a very, very different situation financially. I met so many amazing people in the coffee business that I just can't imagine still doing what I was doing. It was a hamster wheel of company, you know, I felt like I was on a hamster wheel month after month. And so it was exhausting, but this is a breath of fresh air. This is something so different than I believe anything is out there. And we're having a blast. So Amanda's going to tell you quickly a little bit about her story, and then we're going to wrap it up with probably what your biggest question is.
Okay, so at least I get to share my big face screen with my daughter. So she is my world, and I've been a single mom for her whole life. So everything I do, I do for as a 2-income family, but it's just me. So I started network marketing in 2012 and was the same company that Stacy and Melissa were in. And I did great at first. I worked constantly. My daughter only saw me on my phone or on my computer. But I did pretty well. And I thought, well, for my first year, that's a pretty good number. I lost a year with my daughter, but I was doing it for her. So I just kind of justified it that way. But she started calling me out a lot, saying, she was 7, almost 7, and started calling me out saying, can you please put down your phone? Can you please put down your phone and watch TV with me? Or can you please put down your phone and go play with me? Or I was like, no, doing this for us. I got to do it for us. I could not get off my phone. And the first couple years were great. And then it just kind of started evening out, and then just kind of started declining. It didn't matter how much work I was putting into it or not. So then I had to go back out and get another job and try and do both. And I was kind of maintaining my business, but I could no longer put in the time that I needed when I was working a full-time job. to my other network marketing company. So last June, I started getting back. I switched jobs and I got back into a corporate gig, and was still working my old MLM, but I have a lot of digestive health issues. And when that happens, I get very swollen and very pregnant looking very quickly. And it's painful. And it's a lot worse when you're wearing pants that don't have stretch, and you just get really distended really fast. And so I would drop my daughter off in the morning and I'd be driving to work, and it didn't matter if I had water or if I had coffee or if I had string cheese or apples or carrots or healthy or not healthy, didn't matter what I ate. If I put anything in my stomach, it would just balloon. And so by the time I get to work, by 9 o'clock in the morning, I was unbuttoning my pants at work and pulling down my shirt over them because I was conducting interviews and I was doing presentations and having big serious meetings, and didn't have my pants buttoned because I was in so much pain. And once I unbuttoned them, I couldn't even get them back buttoned anyway. So all I wanted to do was get to the end of the day, get home, and get my stretchy pants on. And this went on all summer. And I was miserable. I hated my job, and I was in physical pain all the time. And Stacy reached out and was like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, well, if you really want to know, here's how it's going. And it sucks. And so I was getting depressed because I was in so much pain. There was just no answer. My doctors were ready to send me to specialists to have special tests done. This is after years of having the same problems. They just could not figure out what it was. And Stacy's like, why don't you try this coffee? I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll just try the coffee. That's going to solve all my problems that the doctors can't solve for years and years. And so I did. And the first day I drank the coffee, I didn't have to unbutton my pants at work. And I was like, well, that's just a coincidence. And then the second day I didn't have to unbutton my pants. And every day I drank the coffee, I didn't have to unbutton my pants at work. So I thought, okay, there's something to this. I don't care if I don't lose weight. I don't care if it doesn't give me the energy or the focus or the whatever. If I don't have to unbutton my pants at work in secret anymore and feel that, excruciating pain every day, if that's all it does for me, so worth it. I was sold. So once I talked my boyfriend into it also, we decided that I was ready to leave my old company. Looking at this model was so much better. You put in less time, you make more money, you're still, and for me, it was a heart thing. I remember I was asking Stacy, how am I bettering somebody else's life? They're like, I have to know that I'm changing their life. I can't just be like, here's the coffee or the mascara or the nail polish or the whatever. It can't just be a product that I'm selling just so that I can make money. I have to know I'm making an impact. And I wasn't even really looking at my impact as so huge until I started sharing my story and realizing that other women struggle with these problems too and get distended and this painful, thing that they go through too. And they were thanking me for sharing my story and saying, yeah, I want to try this magic coffee too, because I have that same problem. And then I was hearing all these other incredible stories of people whose lives were being changed. And I was just, this was a very simple transition for me. I'm still helping people. I'm still changing their lives. I'm still helping them love themselves again because they're not hating themselves for being in pain or being overweight or, not having the energy to play with their kids or not having the focus to get through the day. And they're learning to love themselves a little bit more. And so to be part of that is huge. So like I said, it had to be from the heart. It couldn't just be a surface product for me. So this last bullet says magic coffee has changed my life. It has. Not only has it changed my life physically, it did all those other things, the weight and the focus and all that I said I don't care if it happens. It did happen anyway, so that was a bonus. But it also came about 5 months before we got a new place, a new house. And when I was, I guess right before I met Amelia, so like 8 years ago, I had moved to Alaska and given away all of our stuff. My daughter and I moved up there for a year, and we came back and lived with family for several years. So moving into this place, we didn't have any furniture. I had like a few pictures from way back when, but I didn't have rugs, I didn't have silverware, I didn't have furniture, I didn't have anything, TV, like anything. So I was completely furnishing a whole house from empty to completely livable. And I did that all with Magic Coffee money. I still work a corporate a better corporate gig now, but I'm still working sometimes 50 or 60 hours a week, and I'm still able to maintain my coffee business because it's not a very time-consuming thing. And to echo what Melissa says, it does sell itself. So that is my huge long story. We can go on to the next slide. So I can
It's not a huge long story. That is awesome. And it's so relatable because, I mean, it's amazing. So I joked before that this is why you're here. And if I say this every time, but if you're like me, we want to know, what is the bottom line? Like, this is all great. You know, I love all the stories, but tell me, what is the investment? What skin do I have to give in this game to go where you guys are going or where you are? And to be honest, to be frank, when I started this business, I was taken aback by the price that it was, because it's a chunk of money. And I'll never say that it's not a lot. It is. But the return that I've seen, and the team's return, it's not just me who technically started this big team. It's not just Amanda who has a big team under her. It's not just Melissa who has reps. It's not just Amelia who has reps. It's this entire team that is seeing a return on their investment because the product sells itself. We've said that before. So the business starter kit, you're going to get 350 samples of the Optimum coffee. It's the coffee packets. One packet is 1 cup. You're going to sell 5 packets, 5-cup trials for $20 each. I promise you, getting the $20 from people is not going to be hard. Someone asking to purchase a $60 coffee tub without tasting it, you might get a little bit of backlash on it, but a 20 buck, here, take my 20, just take my 20, right? $20 is like, just take it and I'll try it. It's almost nothing. It is something, but you know what I mean? It's easy. It's easy for someone to give. And so they try those 5 cups, and like Melissa said, by day 3, they're hooked. They're scared when day 6 is going to come and they don't have any. I've gotten people who've purchased multiple trials just so they didn't have to go without a packet until their tub arrived. That happens a lot. So you're going to sell it for 20 bucks. The return on the $575 for your kit is $1,400. So you're going to spend $575. Valentus is going to send you 350 samples. You're going to sell those trials, which can be done within 30, 60 days. Some people do it even within their first week or 2. You're going to generate $1,400 minus your $575. You have your investment plus cash in your pocket. And that doesn't even include what people are going to buy online, because they will. All right, so Amanda is going to go into this. This is one way that you earn here at Valentus. There's 7 ways, and we're not going to go into all of them because they're complex and they are mind-blowing, but this one is probably our favorite. So go ahead, Amanda.
It is my favorite, and I always say I'm just going to talk about this one, but I might sprinkle on a couple other ones. So yeah, I'm going to sprinkle. Okay, so the very basic way to earn money is the first time somebody buys something from you, you earn a commission. That's the first way you earn money. Another way you earn money is when you sign a rep up on your team. And when they sign up with their Ruby kit, which Stacey just went over, you get $100 for the first 3 people that you sign up on your team. But starting with the 4th person that you sign up, and forever until the end of time or until you die, you get $200 per person. And then you're also earning money on your reps. So, you know, when we first started, our upline was telling us, yeah, I just got a check and I didn't even know the name on it, or I didn't even know who I got paid for. And we were like, oh, that must be nice. But it's totally already happening to us. I felt bad for saying that now, because there have been quite a few of the last checks that I've gotten, and I'm not even sure who the names are. Like, I feel like I need to dig down, but it's growing and growing and growing. Our teams are getting so big. And so we're just constantly getting paid for growing those teams. There are a lot of other ways to get paid, but the other one, just because I'm really excited about it, is once you hit a certain level, which could be 6 months to a year out from when you start getting a car bonus. And for my single mom budget, to not have to worry about my car payment also, like the coffee money already pays for so much of my, putting together this household and my bills and utility, and it covers my car payments and everything. But to have even extra cover it that I don't have to worry about, and I can pay off my car 3 years sooner, that would be awesome. So that's one of my new favorite ones that I'm almost qualified for, so I'm really excited about that. But this one is so huge that my reps have called me and said, Amanda, please explain why my paycheck is as big as it is, because I don't understand how I got all this money. I think everybody's first couple of paychecks, they've called me and been like, I think this is wrong. I think they paid me too much money. So that's a really, great problem to have, right?
Yeah. And that's really uncommon. Like, seriously. We've been there. We've been in another company, and that is not the case. And
in a year.
It's refreshing. So that's really all that we have. I'm going to stop our screen share, and we may have just unleashed a lot of questions for you personally, and that's good, and that's why we're glad you're here live, because this is recorded, and people who aren't live aren't going to be able to ask those pressing questions that they may have. So if you have any questions, you do not have to be shy. You do not have to think, oh, I shouldn't ask that. We want you to ask it. So unmute yourself if you have any questions at all, and we want to go ahead and address them now. If you don't know how to unmute yourself, wave your hand, and I'll unmute you. But any questions at all about what we went over at all, nothing's off limits. And usually we have a lot of quiet people, but good. Elizabeth's going to open up the doors of, it's okay to talk. Go ahead.
I'm really, really good at playing 20 questions. So
you'll fit perfectly here.
Okay. Well, my first question is, so I know I'm familiar with Valentus through Heather Essery, who is killing the game right now. And my mom and dad are totally hooked. My sister's hooked. I know there are people who are totally hooked as well. And I think I understand the weight loss component of it. I understand the energy level of it as well. Like my mom describes it as whereas sometimes coffee, the caffeine in coffee, regular coffee, can give you that jittery, buzzy type feeling.
Uh-huh.
She says that this magic coffee gives her more of a consistent, steady energy level that doesn't make her feel frantic. It's just very steady.
Mm-hmm.
The energy level, which I think is awesome. I think I understand that. But maybe Melissa, as a nurse, can speak more to this. I'm curious to know, what are the ingredients in the magic coffee that give it the health benefits that it does? I have a pamphlet of the ingredients in a coffee, but I don't have the medical knowledge, so I don't really understand that so much. But
You want me to answer, Stacy?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have, and Elizabeth, this will help for you to see, but we have a graphic actually that has all of the ingredients on it and says exactly what they do for you. So I think that would be helpful for you to look at. Basically, all of the ingredients that are in Magic Coffee are already in your body. So it's kind of like each one is targeting a different area. So if you can look at that graphic, it'll give you'll have your answer. Instead of going through all the different ingredients. You're going to send her now. Awesome. So, and that way you can look at it and see, but it's just the way it works within your body. So look at that graphic, and then if you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was actually looking to see if I could find it real quick. I have like a gazillion graphics, but just to put it up so you could see it. But yeah, Heather, send it to her. And that's something that you'd get on the team. We have a ton of graphics that you're able to use and send. So it really, for me, it dumbed it down so I could understand what each ingredient does for me and how all of them, how they work together makes it magic. So yeah, the graphics are awesome, and you'd have, the ability to use them as well and share. So any other questions? Great question. No? Don't want to put anybody on the spot.
I don't have a question, but I just
Hey,
wanted
go
to
ahead.
say something, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so close to telling I'm Amelia's friend. Since we were in high school, I'm Alicia. Oh, she calls me Brooke because that's what I used to go by. I am so in love with Magic Coffee. I'm so super close to saying yes, I will and want to be a rep. Just because of how much I love it, and maybe that's why everyone does it, signs up, and I don't even really care how it works. I'm a coffee addict. I drink like 3 cups of coffee or lattes or whatever every single day. And as soon as I tried this, it was like one cup of this, and I'm good for most of the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I kind of want it, have another latte, but I don't know. I'm amazed. So I'm very close.
So what is?
I'll probably.
Oh, I was just
I'll
gonna
probably text Amelia and ask her more questions when I think of them. But sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was just gonna say, and you don't have to answer, but I was just gonna ask, like, what's holding you back from? You obviously love it, and it would be so easy to share because you love it, and it's no different than a restaurant that you'd go to and eat at and love and share, or a shirt from a boutique that you went to, or so that's really as easy as is this business. You just share it.
I think that the 2 things. One is making sure I have the startup money, and then 2, which I feel like might not be, maybe not too long that I could get that. But I think the other thing is feeling like, am I really going to be successful on social media? Because I already, I have kind of a small, like I wire wrap necklaces, pendants. So I'm already I feel like I'm on Facebook and Instagram all the time, like trying to sell those. And I can't, I guess it's not a product that I need to take that product on a different thing. So maybe the coffee sells, and as you said, it sells itself, and maybe it will be totally different. And with the samples, I feel like you're right about the $20. People are going to do it. So that's just my hesitation of, am I really going to be successful with this other product? And I've never done this marketing. I'm not model. Like some of you said, oh, I was with this other company. I was with this other company. So I've never done anything in this marketing, whatever. I can't think of the word right now. But so, and that's another thing is, am I going to be good at this? Oh, I don't know.
Well, just know that when you join our team, you'll get all the tools you need to be successful. And someone who is my personally under me, she's never done this either, and she's been number 2 in the network. This will be the 3rd month in a row. Out of 45,000 people, she's number 2. Only second to someone who pays Google for clicks. So if they didn't do that, she'd be number 1. She's never done network marketing in her life. So anybody can do this. Anybody can be successful. This product, this comp plan, this is legit. This is a place to be. So put your fear aside. I understand the startup money. Like I said, we talked about it's an investment for sure. But if you have the mindset of that you can do it and you can overcome that fear, the sky's the limit. This is going to blow your mind.
I'm very encouraged. I'm glad I joined the call.
Good.
And Alicia, real quick, I can't tell you how shocked I was at how easy it is. I have not reached out to one soul. Every single person has come to me.
And
like they'll see
800 plus samples. Never.
Correct. There's another 350 on the way. They should be here Saturday. But I mean, it has been like mind-boggling how easy it's been. You share and just people come, they'll see you out. I mean, whether it be church or school or whatever. And some people will sit and watch for months. I mean, I started in November, and now there's people that are just now ordering because they've been watching for 6 months. So some sit and watch, but it really, I think most people are blown away. I made all my money back in 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
I was out of samples within a month. So I mean, I think you'd be
I
surprised
think I did that to Amelia. I think I heard like coffee and weight loss. Okay, yeah,
Right.
that's
Right.
like
Exactly.
I'll take it. And my sister, I showed up at my sister's house the other day, and are you losing weight? Are you losing weight? And I'm so bad about weighing myself or measuring, but she did that, and I was like, whoa, I must be losing weight. So, and I feel like it. I feel like I'm losing weight. So, yeah. Thank you.
All right, Elizabeth, do you have another question?
Stacy, I do.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm thinking from a networking standpoint. If somebody hears you get a 5-day sample for $20, yeah, that's easy cash. But I'd want to be able to back that up with here's what you might see or notice at the end of those 5 days.
Mhm.
So does the company have some sort of percentage, like this number of people see a drop in this scale after 5 days, or this much of, an inch lost on their waistline after 5 days? Something that we could use as a marketing hook.
We have so many testimonials on our team alone. It's crazy. Within 5 days, we also have groups that have 30, 40, 50,000 people on them that are just customers or not just reps. So it's not just people that are selling it that are trying to push it and give testimonials. It's regular everyday customers who aren't selling it. And you would be on that page as well to use those testimonials. So to answer your question, technically no, but you could give your personal testimonial, what happened to you in 5 days, or your mom, or your whoever you know personally, or any of us, because we all have 5-day transformations. I mean, Amanda, day 1. You'll have customers after you get a few, and they'll give you their 5-day testimonials, and you'll be able to use those. So it's very much it's an easy business to talk about because there's so many testimonials to use.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's duplicatable, I think is a word that we can use.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to add or any questions? I love that you guys ask questions, by the way. If you watch other calls, it's like crickets and it's like snooze fest. It's like, really? Did we answer all your questions? I doubt it. So I appreciate you unmuting yourself and, asking, because somebody else is asking and they just don't want to ask. So anyway, alrighty. Well, we are so glad that you guys spent a few minutes with us. We did go a little longer than normal. Thanks for hanging in there. We hope that you feel better about knowing for sure the next step you want to take. This is an amazing team with an amazing product and an amazing comp plan, and we would love to add you to it. So let the person know who invited you to the call if you're interested, and we can get you started. You all have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.